What's going on, guys? How we doing? How we doing? Everybody all right? Enjoying your weekend? Good to see you. I've got. I know this is early. What's up, Amby? You got the first one on there, huh? Kenyan American trucker. What's up, my friend? What's up? Good to see you guys. Good to see you. We're going to crash. What we going to do? We're going to look here in a minute and see what's going on. Simon Fox, Shreveport Stogie. What's up, brother? What's up, man? Good to talk to you. Can you cover Salesforce? Gonna try. Yeah, I've got my desk so torn apart. I ordered another set of mountain bolts for these monitors, and it is a absolute wreck. So I'm doing my best. I got band practice tonight, so when I do that, it's hard for me to go live late on Sunday night, so I wanted to go live now. I thought we could still get some charting in. And we're going to look at a couple things before the market opens if you trade on 24-hour session. Because if HIMS pulls back and rips again, I want to take advantage of it. I got a small piece of it on Friday after hours, right before like the whole market closed. Let me see if I can pull it up over here on this screen. I know this is going to look funny for a moment, guys. Just bear with me. Okay. Get my chart up in just a second. That's not what I want. Irene, can you cover Irene? Irene. Where have you been, Irene? What's happening in the hood? Mike from the UK. What's up, Snap Nistrick? Getting a little heat up there in Buffalo. Garbage Mike. Okay. Now, can y'all see my chart good? Is that a full screen on the chart for you guys? Let's do SPY. Ambi, I'm really watching. Okay, screen's good. I'm watching. I got my own Palantir heavy. FJet was another one somebody brought to me. Lockheed Martin. A few of those may see some action here lately, like in the near term. And then I'll be prepping for buys over the next several weeks to, maybe a month or two. I don't know. So it's mostly full screen. It should be really close. Or maybe I should just do window, entire screen. Secondary current application trading view. Okay, I think that's about right. Okay, if I sell an option, I have to wait until next day for funds to settle. If I sell shares, does that work the same, or funds immediately available? James, if it's a cash account, I still think it takes a day to settle. I'm pretty sure. What was the other one? RTX. Caroline just reminded me of that. Let's see here. RTX. This one I gave in the middle of the day on Friday that I was they were getting ready to get featured on with the president on talks. That was at 206.40. Here we are at 214. I don't know if anybody was able to get it. I was not. I turned around and fooled around, got too busy, and then missed this. But I did give this pump if anybody was able to grab it. Now, let's watch it on the daily here for a moment. Look how, this thing is just, it won't stop. It will not stop. Keep this one on your radar, and you're just going to want to play. At this point on stuff like this, I'm playing breakouts. So your breakout on RTX is going to be over daily highs. Now, if I look, let's look at a 15. $210, $214. All right, $215 on RTX, maybe $216. That's going to be next breakout on that. This was a $6 move from when I gave it, guys. And if they're going to stay in the news with the prez, that's going to be, they're going to be getting covered hardcore. Some of these things you can't play options on, though. You got to be real careful. Where's my setup on Weeble here? RTX. Options. I'm looking at the chain right fast. So on anything defense related, war related, if I buy options, I'm probably going to go to June on expiration dates to give it a little time. RTX. Where's the volume at on this? Will that share my... There we go. There's Weeble, right, guys? So if I go to RTX June 18th, if I was to grab these, probably looking at the 200 strikes. If you wanted to go out of the money to be cheaper, the 220s. That's a bit of ways, but that's enough time on these. Not a lot of volume, but the open interest is pretty good, so the closer to June they get, the better. Let's look at April. See, there's nothing in April. Let's see here. April 17. Now, these look pretty good. The 220s and the 230s in April 17th on RTX. Let's look at this chart. Here's the there's the 220s. They got some volume on those. You can see this breakout if you look at the, here you go. It's breaking out of that wedge right now. That channel going on a 1 hour. So these are around 500. Already been to 780 once, so that's a pretty good deal on those. The 220s for April 17th look pretty good. The 230s, even better. God, look at that. That would have been a monster move. Okay. I like that setup, yo. I like that. See him breaking out. Okay, so that's RTX. I guess I like the April ones a little better. A little more movement on these. The 220s, 230s, they are out of the money a little bit. So if you get something like this and want to stay on the cheaper side, you can't let RTX pull back a whole lot on you, is the only thing. I wouldn't accept, anything on a bounce off 210 maybe. So keep your eye on RTX. That definitely can run. Somebody said FJet was the other one. And I'll get the comments in just a moment. What's going on, everybody? Jorge got ANGX. Y'all, please don't forget. Yeah, hit that like button for me. This is a public one. What's up, Gup? Anita in the house. Okay. I like this. Wait, that's the wrong chart, ain't it? Y'all stay on top of me now. Here we go, FJet. Get that blown up for you. They were... I think my buddy Alex told me about this one. Look at that daily move. We're cooking over 50 now. This is going to be a momentum trade, guys. Go to 4 hour for a moment. It's a bit of a cup. Nice rounded bottom. I'm liking this. I like this play. Fixed range. Let's take it back here. $740 needs to hold. I think this got room towards 9, maybe 950. And then we'd be back up here to these previous highs at 11. So this has got room up. Daily momentum is starting to kick through 50. So I think it has room to 9. And then we'll have to see at that point. So that's FJet. It needs to hold 720 though. I don't want to give that up. What in the world did I just hit? Let's look at a 15-minute for a moment. Look at that blowout the other day. This is just pulled back into support, much like what was that one you traded the other day, Guppy? I didn't get it, but it was a good one. Oh, man. It took off. I think you told me you got it after hours or something. I can't remember what it was. It looks like that, though. Nice pullback and consolidation. So I keep FJet. You know, if you only want to play breakouts on these momentum trades, FJet over 850 is your breakout. We're just going to play highs off of it. That's all we're going to do. Or you take this consolidation around 750 after hours. If that holds, you could add to here. And if you got to pull back to 680, that's current support down in this neighborhood, 680, 690. So I would keep my eyes on this. Looks like breakout time. Again, let's actually turn on my radar. Yeah. And this is cheap enough to get shares on and make a pretty good return. I like these setups like this. Somebody said PL, Planet Labs. I want to tell you something. I bought this. Ticker. My average on this ticker is about $4. No, maybe it's $2. I got to go back and look. I'm up 278% on this. I bought it a long time ago, though. It's one of those I just kind of bought and let it ride type things. Not a huge position, but I looked a few days ago on an account I don't use much. 278%. I thought, man, why didn't I stay on top of this thing? But yeah, it does continue growing. And if this is what you're talking about, Planet Labs, been a pretty good run for it. I just really hate buying stuff that's so hot. $26.80 is your next breakout on it. I don't even know if will it pick up on a daily. Okay, on a 4-hour, it's giving me some support right here at 22.80. Is this what you're talking about on PL? Carl? Breakouts up here at 28. Yep. Yeah, I hate buying stuff for any kind of play up for long term, but it is moving still. It's got some strength. I'm probably not going into it, but it's kind of already had its day for a while, in my opinion. It could have more upside though. It's still strong, very strong, very strong on a weekly, on a monthly too. Somebody said USAR. Tanvers, happy birthday, my friend. Daniel James, how you doing? Nice, Carl. You know, Carl, it's probably a sale, brother. Or at least set a stop loss at like $20. If you want to try to let it ride, I'd set it up around 20 or bucks or something. USAR is on some support here. It's sitting on the 200, so we could see a hop off this. Keep your eye on that. Right there's your support on it. 1680, right in there. If we break and flush 1680, if this RSI gives out here, if it doesn't hop off 40, then you got 1550 all the way down. Right here is really good support at 12. I would love to pick USAR up at 12. Matter of fact, I'm going to set an alert on it at 12. Okay. I'll set one here at 1560 as well, and at 1680. If we fail 1680, you could probably short this down for a couple bucks. If it drops this, there's 14 in the way too. Right here, 1440. There you go. Now, it could be setting up here for a double bottom. That's possible. In which you will have to break over 21. Right in here. That will be your breakout. So there's your two scenarios for USAR, in my opinion. When it gets over this level, it likes to run if the momentum's right. But look at the difference. You know, back here, the RSI. So really got to watch your RSI on this, which way it's going to lead you. Okay? Let that be your lead. Let's do QQQ for Danvers. Happy birthday, my friend. Okay. I have been loading SQQQ every time it rips as a hedge. So it's not nothing I can notify super quick, but every time we push up a decent move, I'll buy SQQQ for a hedge, because I think overall it's rolling over some still. And right here's the tell. If we lose 50 on the RSI, things on the weekly time frame, things start becoming a little hairy, right? Look back here. This is when we started breaking levels down. I still think it's rolling over. Look at how the 9, I'm not a huge EMA guy. I like it for trending a little bit, but look how the 9 and the 20 are rolling down here. Rolling down. And how we're wicking off of them. It's a telltale sign. I mean, I'm not calling for market crash or nothing, but I'm saying The early signs are here. If this pulls 598.70, I'll simply short this down to 596. Under 596, 592. Okay. This normally, you can see what they're doing, man. They're bringing this back up, sweeping all this liquidity, flushing it, run it up, sweep liquidity, flush. Now we're either going to flush this level tonight or over pre-market and take a run back up for more liquidity, or they hop it here, bring it back up, and test these highs at 605 or 605 and a half, something like that. That's how I see them playing this. So they break 598.70, flush it here, and then bounce it, or they bounce it here overnight and then drop it. I'll be waiting up here to go short, or they could push it back to 610. They could push it back to 610. So if you want to screenshot those 4 or 5 levels there, that's kind of how I would scalp it. Okay, good. Palantir. Okay. Manish, easy, my friend. Easy. Okay. I gave this at the beginning of the session Friday, if anybody remembers. Okay. Okay, let's see here, guys. Sorry, it's a new layout. 153's gonna be a magnet here. Support at 156.50. $153. $161.50 is your next breakout. I'll be trying to buy off of one of these levels for the next leg up. And then down here about 150. Pretty good support. More of a liquidity zone. 153 is more of a point of control. Yeah. It could pull back to 153 one more time and test this. Under 156.50 back to 153. And this is probably where I would want to load. Now, bottom dollar is way down here. Value low so far for the month of March, which is very, very new. Value low is down here at 146. So we want to begin moving away from this point of control and probably back to January's POC up in here. I could see, here's my next levels up right there. And then January, this must have been, yeah, okay, 171. Sorry, guys, I'm taking my time with this. About right there. These would be targets above 161.50 to 165.70. Over this up to 171, okay? Everybody got that? I don't know why I put 2 right there. Got that? Boom, baby. Well, I got some good candidates for next week's swing. Thanks, KDC. Double D Dog and Crowd. Okay. Most definitely will check them out. Okay. I like that for Palantir. That's a pretty good breakdown there, guys. Feel confident with that, with those levels. Everybody good? Oh, yeah. Man, where is my... There we go. Everybody good? Hanging in there real good? Okay. Yeah, let's look at Google. I'll try to get to those guys. I'll try to get to a few more. ASML, QBTZ. Sergio, I've popped everything on the Discord channel. I'm waiting on, like, as far as big long term, I will reload like my Tesla shares from last year, right? The shares, 110% on shares. So that means being patient, waiting for the right time, and striking, right? I was super adamant about Netflix. When the times come, I will post and definitely be ready. Microsoft, I took a leap on a week or two ago. That's what Josh said, that I put it on his radar and he went and looked at it and then covered it. So it's all about timing. It's all about timing. I'm taking my time. I noticed that when I take my time, I do so much. I'm so much more successful, so much better. We will look at NOW, Sir Kent. We're going to look at that. This been a bottle rocket. Gotta shout out Caroline for throwing that on my radar, if she's out there listening. So it was an amazing find, and I love finding those. Google is on the edge of support right here, right? On the edge. So momentum says we're weak, right? So when I got this on momentum and it's still not falling, I'm on a daily. Let's go look at a weekly. Why is it not falling? We're still really high on weekly RSI. So when you get a level and you get the numbers you want and you're like, why isn't this breaking support? It's because there's an upper time level that's not coinciding, that's holding you back. I did that with NVIDIA in a day trade the other day. 5 minute kept saying flush, but the 15 wasn't ready. When the 15 gave it, it flushed. So it's just sometimes you got to wait for the right time. Google, I am waiting. I will reload this heavy when it gets there, when it gets to what I think is right. So I want a daily to come down and give me that curl up on my RSI. Then I will start, and then I like to wait for a back test. I really do. I like to wait for an oversold move off the bottom and a back test on RSI. That's one classic move of mine. I love it. So Google, can it hop here? Absolutely. This is support, and support is not broke till it is broke. Now, you'll see on the order blocks, it's saying we broke this. So I would not be surprised when if we flush 296. We've got a little piece down. Where to, Mike? Well, right here is the next run down, 285. Now, under 285, we got 250 on board. Could we get a 250 Google? We could. It's possible. Where was April lows? Was 140. Don't you wish you bought Google at 140? If I get a 250 Google, I'm definitely taking position, and then I'll watch momentum for the reversal. That's what I like to do. Weekly will give it to us eventually also. But right now, it's leaning bearish. Needs to break 296 to 284. Under 284, a little bit there at 270 we would have to break. and then 250 is probably on the table. So that's long term for now. If Google decides to rip back up, and it could come test 3 and 308 again, it could. On the small time frames, Google looks to me like it wants to come on back down here towards 295. I wanted to short this Friday, but it never would give up. See how the 15 would never flush 40? Not till after hours. That's when it started rolling down. So I bet overnight pre-market, this is just my opinion, they either run it back down here to 295 and bounce it, and then you got that pre-market low down there from Friday at 294, and they bounce it there. What will they do? They will come up and sweep liquidity again, probably towards 299, maybe back up to 300. So we would have to get back over 300 and hold before I get very bullish on Google. Everybody good with those levels on Google? Cajun Power in the house. What's up, brother? Okay. So that's how I'll play Google. We'll see in the morning what it gives us. But these are bounce zones right here for another bounce into liquidity and then back down. It's been doing it over and over and over. So keep your eyes out. Keep your eyes out. I was hoping for a reversal maybe a week or so ago, and it didn't give it right up in here, and it just stopped out. Got across the signal line, and then it gave it back up. So it, when you get that move first, if it don't make it through 50, it's kaput. It's kaput. It's gone. So we got that right here. What is that? 297, 296, 296, 296. Now we're trying to break it. This will be the third time on it, so we'll see. See what it does for us. Okay, let me get a couple more here, and then I got to roll, guys. What's up, Christine? Rohana, what's up? Yeah, let's look at NOW while I'm on here. That's one that we're in. Look at that move, y'all. Look at that move. Somebody tell me, what's it do when we close over 60 with continuation? We've got the momentum. So we've been in this for a few days. 111 was my breakout. Here we are, almost $15 later, $14 later. I still like it. I do think we're pushing up into this next zone at 125, 124, right in there. So if we can break this 124, it gives us room to 136.50. And then, very easy, at the top of that order block, 151. With support at 110. Let's see if we can find support on a smaller time frame. Okay. $118 right there. 160, 115. Yeah, I like this. 113.50. I like that little order block there. Small time frame right here. And then you had a little right there at 118. And then there's 124 to hold. Yeah. Okay. Over 124, we got more room. all the way up into 130s, 133. I took some off the table on this and kept some. So that's just what you do as an investor and trader. You got to lock some in on the way. So I still like it though. Let's look at the weekly. Look at that weekly just now starting. Reminds me of UPS a little bit. I still like it. I still think it's strong. 125, 124 right in here is the breakout. All right, everybody good with that? Boom, baby. Microsoft. I got a couple more and I got to go, guys. I got band practice and got to do a few things for myself. Let's see here. Man, it's giving the move. I still got my leap on Microsoft I gave everybody. Let me look which one I've got. I think I'm break even on it. I got a January 15th for $400 call. No, I'm up. I'm up slightly on it. Couple percent. $115.27 $400 strike. 390, 391 needs to hold on Microsoft. I love this momentum, man. If this runs on up through 40 and through that signal line, that could put us back to 466 very easily. I like that move. I like that look right there. I mean, some people are going to disagree with me on swings. Oh, you should be over 50 before. You know, I get it. You want to be in the positive on the momentum, but if I want to catch the play early, what's my risk? You know, if I'm playing smart, then my risk is just under 389. So like probably the wick of that red candle, 380. What's my upside? Way up here. Way up here. 470, 488. Here's the big hurdle. We're at it right now. We need to get over this. Lots to get over there. But we are set up for it. If this goes, 420 is a good breakout right there at 420. $422 to be exact. Really close to that. That's a good breakout. Daily. This is one of those spots where the daily can push to 50 and pull back to 40 and then go. So that could give us, you know, a retrace back to 390 or half that move at 398. That would be pull back and buy for this move. And then if it can't hold that, I can't hold it. That's how I look at it. Okay. I still like the setup, though. It's just got to get over this hurdle up here. So we'll see. See what happens. I'm still holding it. I got time. Bought January, so got time. Okay, let me get caught up here. UAMY. Okay. I see that. I like that. Here's your trend lines. So you need this to hold and wedge out in here and then break up. That's what you need. This is labeling it as a bearish pennant. So there's your ascending line of support, descending line of resistance. It's going to break one way or the other. Right now, it's still leaning a little bullish. I would call it neutral while you're in this formation. So neutral to me. You got to break out of that. All right. That's UAMY for J&Ls. Okay. Terry, yeah, somebody else said ANGX. Let me ANGX. Let me try to get it. Got earnings coming. And I want to hit BBAI because everything I got on it except the $7 calls went back green Friday. So I exited some things. And I'll reanalyze my entries on it. But I held through all that stuff, so 475 your breakout here a minute. Right there. 470, 475 breakout. Down here is your support off 313. So I mean it's bullish leaning. Right there's the edge though. 475 breakout gets you to 570, about $1 move. Over 570, you've got a little room. You got a little room over that, but that's your next two levels to the upside. And I guess you could make a argument that this could be a head, and then if this consolidates here, inverse head and shoulders, which is a bullish pattern. I'd say $4 is about your support line there that you need to hold. Maybe $3.95 at the lowest. That could form your right shoulder, and then you get this move right here and then up to the next level. That's a possibility on ANGX. I like the momentum. And MACD's leaning to the bullish side. It's just coming in shallow, so I'm a little hesitant, but I don't mind that. Just be safe. About $4 is stop loss on that. Hope that helps, buddy. Okay, copper's gonna surge this year. Must have been copper. You know what? That might be a good idea. Copper, QPTZ, APLD. Whew. Okay. Is there anything else I needed to look at? Oh, BBAI and HIMS. So yeah, that BBAI $7 call I've been holding forever is almost back to the positive now. I averaged down on it some, so hopefully everybody kept up with it with me. Okay. Man, last time BBAI did this, look at this, guys. It's almost the same formation here. So the daily on BBAI is now looking pretty ripe. I want to know if If RSI goes through 50, I'm going to add an alert. And then breakout is back over 490 on BBAI. And that could push us up to 660, guys. So this thing can get legs on it. It's got beat down pretty hard down through here. So local supports right there at 370. Right on that bullish order block right here, 370. That's support. We'll see what happens. I like the way the momentum's looking, though. I do like the form of it. Okay, my friends. There's BBAI. I got one more, and then I got to roll. Somebody said APLD. I'll hit APLD. And I got to roll, guys. I sure love you and appreciate you. I think this is coming down to test 2180 is what I think. So, guys, if you're interested, click the description in the video. If you're just from my YouTube, you've been thinking about joining the Discord. If you don't want to go in at the full 200 level, you can join my money team, Max Money Team. There's a link down there that says Max Money Team. That's at 100. You would get my live streams, and then I'm doing 2 bonus live streams in the afternoons, teaching and lives via Zoom, so you can interact with me. If you're brand new, if you're in the Discord at the upper level, you've pretty much got everything except for my bonus lives that I'll do with that group. And I will leave the link for everything in the Discord. If you want to join the Stocks with Josh Discord, I would highly suggest it. It is the place to be. We've been on fire. We have been on fire lately with swings, day trading too. So come check it out. I'd love to help you and love to have you. My email's in the description. If you want to reach out to me, you can do it via email, or if you're in Discord, you can tag me and send me a message. I will not send you a message first or offer you copy trading. I'm not a financial advisor, guys. Nothing I say means for you to buy, sell, or hold. This is just my opinions and what I'm doing, okay? Here's APLD. 25 needs to hold. If not, 2180 over 29 right here can start running back to 31. That's what I would do. This is the momentum's bearish, though. Still bearish on the momentum on the daily, okay? All right, my friends. I'd love to stay for another hour, but I have got to roll. See, super chat. Let me see. Did I miss something? Super chats. Hey, Rhonda. How are you? Jorge, what did you have? What's the next breakout level for Angx? And if you think it's time for small cap season. I did Angx, didn't I, Jorge? Rhonda, did you have something that you needed, my friend? Thank you for the super chat. Oh, my penny stock here. Let me get that for you, bub. I'm still holding most of my position, but it is double topped up here. So 450. 450 is your next breakout. You go to the 1 hour and look. 450 can get us to 475. That's my last level I left up there, 475. And this has been a runner, man. We've run this almost $1 on a penny stock. That's pretty nice. So I'll take it. We've done all right with it. This was a freebie YouTube play. So I would say 470's next breakout, my friend, and then you got to get over $5. That's going to be psychological support or psychological resistance. And I had something up here at 570. That's these tops back there. Okay. Hopefully that helps, my friend. All right, guys, gals, much love, much appreciation. If you're in the Discord, I will see you in the morning for the live session, baby. Boom. Love y'all. Hey, Keep your eyeballs on HIMS. When the market opens at 8 p.m. Eastern, this thing wants to rip again. I'll ride momentum. It could have room to 24, over 24.50. Could be another breakout. I would rather get a pullback towards 18.19 and then a reload and go. So I'm going to have this on my radar for a while. I don't want to chase anything, but yeah, it's got a little room. All right, my friends. Love you. Appreciate you. Talk to you soon. Boom. Rhonda, I'm so sorry. CMSCA. I don't know what that is. Michael, no, I've got band practice tonight. I can't. Is this it? CMSC, Rhonda? Is that what you wanted? Energy? Probably. Dear Lord, what is that? I don't know what that is. Comcast. Oh, okay. CSA. I typed it in wrong. .33's breakout, Rhonda. Your next pivot point's up here at 40. I'd almost expect a little pullback. It's looking pretty nice on the weekly. You're still pumping over 60, so yeah, this could get, if this goes through 33, maybe even 34, Rhonda. Right back up in here. 34.20. And then you've got room on up to 37 and 40. Okay? And I would, if you're just starting, I would just say use your local lows here about 30 for your support. Turn on your 9 EMA and your 20. There you go. So you are trending on them, but you don't want to lose them. You're into a problem area right here. This is 3170 has got to be broke now. Might as well call it 32, but right in there. Okay? Thank you, bub. Thank y'all. Love you. Peace.